just put my car up the drive. It's a little bit steep, and for no reason at all, this happened. Well, not exactly the check engine light, but I got the red battery warning. And what's really odd is how it just suddenly came on. It was been fine. I haven't had any issues at all. But you don't need to worry about going down to Mercedes and spending literally hundreds of pounds for them to clear it with a diagnostic tool, usually the Mercedes Star system. You can use a really inexpensive diagnostic tool and pay for it yourself and keep it. I'm going to use my little iCarsoft. It's an oldie but a goodie. I've had this. This is probably, yeah, the first diagnostic tool that I ever really used on the channel, and I filmed it during the old days when it was sort of COVID and wasn't much going on, and it did extremely well. So I'm going to get it out. There's a lot more scanner tools that have come around since this, but you know what, this thing still works. You plug in the cable into your car's OBD2, you plug that into the unit, and it powers the unit on. I'm just going to sit it here so you can see what I'm doing. So the main screen has these tiles. It's not touch screen. This is a fairly older unit. There are slightly newer iCarsofts, but you can still get this particular model. This is a multi-car system, and you can actually do 10 different vehicles. Once you've chosen them, though, there isn't any ability to change it to any other cars, so just bear that in mind. So you use the little thumb wheel on the right hand side. I'm going to go into diagnosis. Then I'm going to choose the car, and these are all the different cars that I've got, BMW, Land Rover. So head over to Mercedes. I'm just going to choose the latest software. That's the software for the iCarsoft. And then I'm going to choose the car. For me, this is Mercedes SL, and it's the 230. That one there. Press enter. And it's the middle one because it's a 2004 model. The engine for me is the 230 467, and it's the 350 3.7 litre. And now we can go into a smart scan or a manual scan. So let's do a smart scan. It's then going to run through all the systems that this, of which there's 33, this iCarsoft can now talk to with the car. So we get it a few minutes. And as it runs through, you'll see on the dashboard that there might be certain messages that will pop up. Right, so it's reached the end of its smart scan, and it's got one of 27 control systems that the iCarsoft can then talk to on this car. Let's move on, 'cause it's time to move on. So I'm going to start with the first one there, which is the engine control module, and press enter, and we can see if there's any faults in that one. We're going to read fault codes. Oh, here we go. We got 1 of 5. Increased idle speed due to SBC low voltage. Low voltages always tend to give all sorts of spurious different faults on the car. What's the next one? O2 sensor. That looks like it's aging. Another one for the O2 sensor. These are the DTC trouble code numbers, a P0150. You can look that up. Just go onto the internet and it'll tell you a little bit more about it. And the fifth one is heated component O2 sensor. All right, so let's see if we can't clear some of those. So we're going to go back and then go down to clear fault memory, and then we press F2 to continue. Erase operation done. Right, let's go back now and read that same fault code section and see if there's anything which is left over. Nope, we still got 1 of 5. So these are historic faults, and I think they're very much linked to the voltage in the battery and the O2 sensor. So I'm going to have to get that changed. So you can press the arrow key and go right the way through the page. I'm going to go to the SAM module and have a look. So it's the rear SAM. It could be to do with the BCM, which is the battery control module. So I'm going to select that one. And if I now go into read the fault code and see if there's anything there. Yeah, left turn signal lamp so is faulty. That's okay, I've changed that bulb. What's the next one? And again is short circuited positive. So let's see, that's a historic fault. So let's see if we can clear that. So go to clear fault memory. Press F2. and we go refault code and see if there's anything there. Oh, no faults found. All right, so we've cleared them. That's good. So let's go back and back again. And we're going to go into passenger side signal. So let's go into that, Sam. And we go refault codes. Windshield washer pump. Well, I just recently changed that component. So this is probably historic. There's one of 3. And the horn, I know that that's not working. That's okay. Right, so I'm going to clear these faults and see which ones will stay away. So clear fault memory, press OK. We had one of 3. And let's see what happens. Press F2, continue. Raise is done. Right, let's go back and read the fault codes and see what has gone. Read fault codes. So we've now got one of 1, which is the signal line to the heating water circulation pump. Short circuit to positive or overload. Okay, so we've got a couple of faults cleared. We've still got 1 remaining. I've still got the fault on the battery, so we'll keep going. So the rollover bar, it's not that one. It's not my Parktronic system, which is the parking sensors. Pneumatic sense system equipment, don't think it's that one. Overhead control panel, don't think it's that one. Door control module, nope. Right, let's keep going so we see something which is logical for the battery. Steering control module, vehicle power supply module, BMS. That looks very likely. So let's go into that and let's go and read the fault code and see. We got one of 1, component battery disconnected relay fault, K57. Now that particular relay, I think, is either behind the subwoofer or is in the back. But let's give it the benefit of the doubt. It's a B182B fault. And I'm going to go and clear the fault memory. But what I'll do is, as I press clear, I'm going to move my camera. And let's see on the dashboard now. I'm going to press clear fault memory now. Let's go and read the fault codes. Oh, no fault codes found. Right, I'm going to come out this module and see if that goes. Exiting system. Read fault codes. No faults found. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch the car off, back on again. And let's see if that red battery light now goes. Start the car. Aha! No more red battery warning. Well, there you go. The red battery warning light has gone. Now, the real question is, why did it come on? And I've had this happen a few times before. Now, it is a 22-year-old car, so I've got to be a bit mindful that you've got to respect your elders. But importantly, it's gone away. And most importantly, I've got a device here, this iCarsoft, that will allow me to interrogate it and remove fault codes. The iCarsoft is a fairly old diagnostic tool compared to a lot of the other models I've got. And I've got other makes that I use which are more up to date, such as the King Bolans, the Launches, the Aurtels and the Top Dons. But I still like my little iCarsoft. It's my little underdog. I bought it actually during the time of COVID. It wasn't the best of times. I couldn't get to a garage and I bought this thing. And then I discovered that you can actually, on some of the iCarsofts, download other cars as well. And it is for that reason why it is quite close to my heart. It does 10 different types of cars. Not all iCarsofts have that ability. Some of them are dedicated, say, to Mercedes or to BMW or to Range Rover, for example. But this particular one I bought, you have the option of downloading 10 other brands of cars. Now, there are other units out there that would do all cars on the planet. But as I said, I still do like it because the menu system, I think, is really straightforward and simple. And it also starts up really quick as well. You can buy this from my little Groove On shop, but I thought I'd just put this video quickly together because generally the red battery warning light just came on for no reason at all. But at least I can clear it using my iCarsoft. There's a lovely little playlist if this is your sort of thing at the end here. And I appreciate you watching and getting to the end of the video. See you on the next one.